Yes, we're live. We're ready, sir.
Ready to go on the record?
Yes, sir.
All right. Good morning, everyone. I'd like to call to order the City of Lake Worth Beach Code Enforcement Special Magistrate Hearing Agenda for November 18th, 2021. It's 9 o'clock. My name is Keith Davis. I'm the Special Magistrate appointed by the city to preside over today's agenda. Before we begin, if you'll please silence your cell phones so they don't interrupt the proceedings, that will be appreciated. For those of you folks who are here for a case, when your case is called, what are we having? How are we? Up
can go.
to the podium to my left. When your case is called, come on up to the podium to my left. The code enforcement officer will come in. I think they're all in the back room there. They're going to sit up here. I'm going to hear from the city first. We'll present the case, give me testimony and evidence about the case. Once the city's concluded its presentation, made any recommendations for how they would like to see the case resolved, then I will come back to you and you'll have an opportunity to tell me everything that you feel is important about the case. If you have additional documents or photographs that you want me to consider, that would be the time to produce those. Once I've heard everything from everybody on the case, in all likelihood today, I will enter an order that resolves the matter in some form or fashion. So how do you want to handle the swearing in?
Do you want them all to come in now so we can swear everybody in at one time?
And then likewise, if you're in the audience and you're going to be testifying about a case, I do need to place you under oath as well. So once the code enforcement officers are in, and we'll have everybody stand up and I'll swear everybody in together.
Keep going. Yep, that's it.
Okay, so if you're going to be testifying, please stand and raise your right hand. One behind me, everyone in front of me. Thank you. Do each of you swear or affirm under penalties of perjury that your testimony today will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Thank you very much. You can have a seat. We go ahead and if you have either the cases where we have staff that needs to be called and so they can be released, we can do those, or folks who signed up, however you want to proceed. Let's go ahead and get started.
Okay, the first case is on the foreclosure agenda. It's item number 15 on page 4. Property address 917 South D Street. Property owner Louise Ramon. And this will be
Page 4, item 15.
This is the city's request for foreclosure authorization.
This is about
So, as I said, I want to hear from the city first on this, and then I'll come back over to you gentlemen.
This is a lien that's been recorded for more than 90 days in the public record, so the city is just asking for the statutory authorization of foreclosure.
Okay. How long has it been recorded?
It was recorded on April 9th, 2021, and I believe violations are still active.
Okay. All right, sir, if you'll tell me your name and address, and then you can.
I'm speaking on behalf of Raymond and Lewis. I'm James Bizarre with the language barrier. So the property has some violation on it. I'll actually inside there. We already hired to get a permit. We did the majority of the citation that was in the property. We just have the officer could go and inspect themselves. The only thing there was an existing shed in front of the house that covers the front door. So we hired someone to repair it. So when he did the repair, he did some modification and it wasn't up to code. So we hired Penn Builder and they already sent out an engineer to get all the stuff taken care of based to code. So all we have to do now is get the permit to get that one citation taken care of. Everything else that was requested, there was 2 containers on the back of the property. They were still to be removed, would not park on the grass. Everything that's on the citation list is already taken care of. So all we will request is whatever, how much is the fee and how much time can we get to make sure everything's up in compliance.
Okay, so it sounds like nobody is disputing the fact that there was a code enforcement case and there were violations found. You've told me you're working on those violations. According to the testimony from the city, this happened back, or at least the hearing, or at least the order was recorded earlier this year, back in April. So this case took place around that time frame. What the law says is that after the city records the lien, after 3 months, the city can ask for foreclosure authorization, which means that it's a step in the process and they have to ask for foreclosure authorization before they can do anything else. In my opinion, it's a fairly ministerial act. There's not really much discretion that I have. I would encourage you to continue to get the violations cured, but if this has been going on now, April, May, June, July, 8 or 9 months, need to get the violations cured. And then once that is completed, then you can have further discussions with the city in terms of getting the lien paid and stopping this process. But I will grant foreclosure authorization in this case and sign the appropriate order. All right, thank you.
Yes, sir. So, okay. Next one.
Next item would be on page 12, case number 31, property address 427 South Dixie Highway. Property owner Iglis de Molina Inc. Officer, Fire Inspector Nicole Delores.
Everybody here on behalf of the respondent for this case? Is that you, sir? Okay, good morning, gentlemen. Let me go ahead and hear from Ms. Del Rossi first, and then we'll go from there. So this case has an order finding violation and assessing fine, and appears from the agenda. This is a status hearing. Go ahead, you can proceed.
Inspector Del Rossi, Palm Beach County Fire Rescue. So the update on this is there hasn't been anything corrected yet, but the gentleman representing the property was just trying to show me some paperwork that I hadn't seen yet. It looks like he's maybe in the process of getting ready to submit for permitting. I saw a note where it said electrical has been completed, just waiting for permitting, but I'm not sure why if there was electric completed, why it was done before a permit was approved. So I don't know if he could tell me everything that he was trying to show me.
Okay, before I go to the respondent, so if this is a status hearing and we have orders issued, what is the city asking for? What do you need from me in terms of from the city's point of view?
I think the magistrate who heard this originally just wanted to have a status check and make sure that progress was being made.
Okay.
And see where things are because there was some more safety. issues.
Understood. Okay, thank you. Yeah, I noticed that it's not my signature, or if it is, that was a really bad day. for me. All right, let me come over, gentlemen, if you'll tell me your name and address, and then you can bring us up to speed on how things are progressing.
Okay, my name is Jerry Pierre, and I have Mr. Nat Fuller, who's representing us, working with us so that we can be compliant to the city. So he's the one that explains where we are right now. Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Um,
Yeah, maybe get that a little closer so that everybody can hear and the recording can pick you up.
Good morning. Okay. Still, I don't think I hear, but my name is Nat Fuller. I'm with Surgeons Home Inspection, that's the contractors that are going to be, that have started to work on the project. So far, we have submitted application to the city for the, not the entire project, but we already submitted application for the electrical portion. And then for the doors to be changed, we had gone ahead and selected the type of doors that is required. And there are several things that were outlined. The sign was to be fixed, sign on a marquee. We have ordered that. That is now ready to be installed. The doors, we have gotten a proposal on those doors, which we have selected. I have shown the product approval for those doors. And then there was a situation with bees. Those bees have been exterminated. And the electrical work is basically completed, ready for inspection. There are, on the drawing, you will see that the two major portions of building that has been creating the problem. I could sort of give you a quick look here, see what we have proposed. If you don't mind, we'll show you.
If you show it to the city attorney first, and then
Here it is. This is one of the buildings that has been a problem. This portion, what they have done is the existing building is for future development as well as that portion. We have isolated
you need to go over with
from
it.
that area. And so this is the area now, which is a crystal, which door, one door, two door, three door. And we propose to put the door for the handicap ramp there to enter the building.
Did you want this to be part of the record for this status hearing?
Yes.
And is there any objection from the city? All right, then, for the record, we have one sheet A-101 titled site plan with series of pages stapled to it. Pictures. I'm going to let Ms. Del Rossi take a look at this, but without objections, will be part of the record for the status hearing. Thank you, sir.
Yes. Okay. These are copies of the door closers. For this. Just one says really.
Are they both the same thing?
It's the same.
Okay. So for the record, this is a exit device. Paperwork. Six pages, front and back, and again, we'll let Ms. Del Rossi take a look at those. Those can be made part of the record for the status hearing as well.
Basically, what we know is that we will not be able, it has not been, everything has not been completed for this meeting. However, we're looking forward to having those taken care of within the next couple of weeks, next 2 weeks.
All right.
The main
idea is if we could get the inspection and everything done so that they could have access to the building by December 15th or so. That could be done, we would really appreciate it.
Okay, well, it appears to me that you're making efforts at forward progress, so that's encouraging. And obviously you need to stay in constant contact with the city. I don't know if that's Ms. Del Rossi. Go ahead.
Yes, so I have a few questions. First of all, there has been no work done on that fire alarm system. It's still non-functioning.
Oh, yes.
Until that is done, we cannot allow access into that building.
Okay, the alarm system is now being worked on. So
Okay.
that also will we
Have they-
have the drawings to show the alarm system.
Okay, well, Peter Ringel, the building official, is confirming nothing has been submitted for permitting for this property. No permit applications, nothing has been submitted. So if the doors that were ordered, if they don't comply, they need to be permitted and approved before they're even installed to make sure that they are the correct ones for what is needed there. If the electrical work has been completed with no permit, that's another issue. And the fire marshal's order said no access to the building until there are approved permits. There can't be any work done until there are approved permits. So if we have people in there doing work without permits, that's a violation of the fire marshal's order. Which when I met with you and one of the code enforcement officers, we reiterated that until there are approved permits, there cannot be work done. So I'm glad to see that you're trying to get some stuff done, but I can't consider any of it in compliance until permits are approved and all inspections are done. We do not have any permit submittals as of yet.
Okay, I did speak with the building manager, the building department manager, Peter, just last week Friday, and I put in the permit application for the electrical work, and the building itself that I spoke to them about, that also is the master permit really is supposed to be submitted sometime tomorrow. So that's where we are with it. And I hope that we will expedite that.
And is what you're submitting, this one page? Is that what you're submitting today or tomorrow, the one page layout of the building?
Yes.
Let me just stop. Can we please, whoever's cell phone that is, can you please turn it off? I had asked for that to be done at the beginning of the hearing, please.
Sorry about
It's
that.
disruptive, so thank you. Okay, go ahead.
So is this one page what you're planning on submitting?
That along with the outline for the alarm system.
Okay, outline or permitting?
The alarm system, it would be included the part of the permit, but that the alarm people, they have the option once we to follow up on what is there.
The alarm company is the only one that can submit for a permit for the alarm.
They are the ones that we're.
Right, so that is completely separate permit application for the fire alarm. Just like your electrical permit is a completely separate application and permitting process, which will go under the master. But my question is, if this is all we're submitting, it doesn't give me any specifics. The door specifics have to be in here. You know, everything that is being done to this inside needs to be on the submittal.
So we need to make a modification to that permit application, that's what it says. To that plan, show the product approval and all that sort of stuff. Because you see, we had not fully, we had not fully gotten the product approval for the doors, as I said, until just this morning, I got that. So we are working on getting that in as part of it.
So sounds like we have permitting issues and you had mentioned you spoke to Mr. Engel. Mr. Engel happens to be with us this morning. I'd like to hear from Mr. Engel if you don't mind, sir, directly on what involvement you've had and where things stand in terms of the building department with this case.
Okay, Peter Ringel, a building official with the city of Lake Worth Beach. We did have a meeting on site and went over what was going to be required for permitting to get the structure into compliance with both the building code and what the fire code requirements are. To date, no submittals have been made to the building department. Okay, you might have brought plans in, but it was not accepted, either being an incomplete application or missing information. So there is no submittal in the system for this address for any permits other than the wall repair, which is a closed permit. Okay, so we do not have a permit application in for this. Get your permit submittals in with all the necessary information. We will do everything we can to expedite this review for you, so we can get this out. So if you get the permits in, everything's there, we'll review it, approve it, and you can get the work started, inspected. As soon as that's done, the fire marshal will lift their cease and desist order so you can occupy the building and hold the church services for the holidays. I think that would be a great thing.
It's very serious. Yes, that is what the general idea is, because I've been in communication with Peter. And I spoke with him on Friday, showed him the plans. It's just that everything was not tied up. You know, it's a short time, but we're trying our best to get everything together and hopefully have the permit. He said he would have it expedited. I appreciate that. And then we would go ahead and work based on the expedited.
Well, and I appreciate that. And as I said, I appreciate the effort you're making, but you've heard from Ms. Del Rossi, you've heard Mr. Engel, these are very serious violations and they have to be corrected correctly, which means submitting the appropriate documentation to get the appropriate permits before any work is done. That's absolutely correct. So I encourage you to do what Ms. Del Rossi has said, do what Mr. Engel has said, that this will not be cured if it's not done the way they need it done.
I have another
Yes, ma'am. Go ahead.
So it says existing building for future development in 2 sections. Does that mean you're not doing anything in those sections? One of the sections has a severely collapsing ceiling. And then has a lot of existing, both of those sections have a lot of existing violations. Are we doing anything with those areas?
Well, we cleared out all of that stuff that was, so if you wish, you could go ahead, we could call for an inspection for those aspects, because that did not need a permit. The part where all of the stuff that was in the building and all the messy situation that existed in the building, all that has been cleared out. We could have called for an inspection for that. And those buildings now, after you're satisfied that it's clean and in a situation that is not going to be a problem, then we would abandon those buildings.
Okay,
Not
but
abandon, but leave it for future development.
my question is that severely collapsing ceiling on this side of the building, has that been repaired? Is
What?
the severely collapsing ceiling on the far end of the building, what are we doing about that?
Well, seeing that that would not be occupied at this time,
All of the violations have to be corrected, whether that section is occupied or not. So if you're saying that you're not putting anything for these sections, you're not going to be in compliance until this stuff is addressed.
thanks for that information, because we were really hoping that we would take care of that at a later date. But now that you have informed us of that, yes, we will do something towards stopping that section that you say is collapsing. Peter pointed that out to me, and I know what he's talking about. So we would try and take care of that.
Well, it's exactly what I told you when we met on site, that until this stuff is corrected, I cannot clear the violations. And we were in that section and I said, I pointed out to you exactly what needed to be corrected. All the electrical, the ceiling that is falling down worse than it was initially. And then on this other side, there is an existing, it looks like a ramp of some sort, but it doesn't comply with any type of code. So that needs to be addressed. There's a lot of things in these two sections that still have violations that need to be addressed.
Well, I will not discuss at this time. What we will do is take the information that you have given me now and see what we can do towards making the necessary correction so that we can get to the point where we can move forward.
Okay, so basically these areas, what you're doing to them need to be part of your permit submittal.
Okay, so let me jump in here. I mean, I don't think nitpicking the permitting process in this setting is the appropriate way to handle this case. You guys can have all these discussions outside of the public magistrate hearing. But there is an order that's found violation. The building is not fit for occupancy, and none of that's going to change, and the fines are going to accrue until you get these violations cured. Let me ask the city, do you want another status hearing at some point, or do you just want, what do you want to?
We're fine with no more status hearing, just the fines will run into compliance.
I will, in the event that you feel like this needs to come back for any reason, you can renotice it and put it on an agenda as you see fit. But again, sir, you know, I encourage you to be as proactive as you can, but you need to comply with the requirements of the building department and the fire marshal's office, because those are the entities that are going to have to sign off on the work before anything can move forward. So I don't think I need to sign any kind of an order today, or we need to have anything else. But you know, I wish you luck, and I encourage you to work closely with the appropriate officials and get the violations cured.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ron.
Are you good to hang out?
That's your only one today, Ms. Del Rossi?
No, she got one more. but
I was gonna say.
I gotta double check. I think they just showed up.
Oh, okay.
Next case is page 21, item number 49, case number 21-1910, property address 790 South C Street, property owner ALC Home Services LLC, Officer Turek.
You.
Joella Terry for the city of Lake Worth Beach. This is a repeat order. It's in the file on the top left. The case number 21-1910, owner ALC Home Services LLC, address 7495 West Atlantic Avenue. The repeat is for the landscaping 2-75.9. Landscaping overgrown, owner is responsible for mowing trim at a frequency appropriate to the site, not to distract from the appearance of the general area. The notice for violation was on 7/29/29, re-inspected 7/29/29. Formal notice was issued 11/1/21 and posted on 11/2/21. Property was inspected again this morning. I went out this morning, Dominique, to take a look, and those are the most accurate photos right here, sir. I believe you still have a few weeds in the backyard. The owner's name, Dominique Capola. Am I saying that correctly?
Dominic.
Dominique.
Dominic.
Dominic. Okay, thank you. So the recommendation is a fine of $200 per day, $425.29, administrative cost of $425.29 to be paid within 5 days. The date is November 23rd, 21. And as soon as you finish the backyard, I can comply the violation.
Before I hear from gentlemen, Mr. Turk, I have a couple of questions. When, let's see. Was November 2nd the day that the repeat violation was first observed? It's the date that you indicate you posted it. Was that also the date it was first observed?
Actually, yes, that was the first day.
Okay, and then when did,
No, the actual first day was 7/29, sir. But I know this notice didn't go out right away, so we were going to, Christa, do you remember? I think it's on the folder, sir.
when, my second question, when did the original case come into compliance?
The original case, is it on the order? Or no?
An order finding violation and assessing fine, and that's case number 20-2431, which includes the violation of 2-75.9 regarding landscaping. The order required compliance by March 30th, but
I believe it came into compliance before the deadline. The admin fee, I believe, is owed.
Give me 1 second.
Christa, yeah, she's gonna look it up for me.
I believe that's accurate about the admin fee.
It's only for the admin fees.
Thank you.
okay, so it came into compliance within the time specified in the order.
Correct.
So no fines accrued, and then July 29th is when the repeat violation was first observed.
Yes, but Christa had mentioned another date to me earlier.
I believe we were gonna do it as of the date the notice went out, correct? On this
Yes.
one.
I believe so too. That would be
So the city's asking for daily fines of $200 per day beginning November 2nd. Is that right?
that's correct.
Would have been when the notice went out.
And the city's position is the property still remains in violation. I have photographs, which looks like the front yard was cut,
Correct.
backyard behind that chain link fence still appears uncut. Is that,
That's correct.
am I following along correctly? Okay. Plus, there were administrative costs from the old case, and the city is seeking administrative costs in this case as well.
Yes, sir.
All right. Got it. Yes, sir. Let me go ahead and get your name and address, and then you can tell me about the case.
Yes, good morning, Dominic Capola, ALC Home Service owner, 719 South C Street, Lake Worth. Thank you, sir, for coming out this morning. That means a lot. Thank
You're
you.
welcome.
I'm a bit conflicted here today because we're talking about lawn. I'm an able-bodied professional in the military. I could, generally speaking, keep both lawn up to code. I failed in this case. I can sit and tell you I was on active duty. It's a very stressful time. I have, it's open court, but, I was on active duty. That's about all I can say with that. Ms. Turk could probably give you more background. If it wasn't for the onerous amount of money that I may owe the city, I probably would just say, I'm sorry and go finish mowing the lawn. I have my mower in my truck and I just need to mow the back now, essentially, when I leave here today. I was there late last night. It got dark and my batteries died. I wanted to show up out of courtesy for the court. I know I'm going to owe a magistrate fee. I think it looks worse when you don't show up and you're not in contact. I would say I'm generally speaking in contact. Again, military member leaves as a reservist. I get these active duty orders. Life kind of goes in a few different directions. Again, I'm really not used to making excuses here, but as you know, labor is an interesting thing right now. It's an interesting property. It's not actually grass. It's these like tumbleweed things that grow out of the ground that a mower can barely mow.
Mhm.
So if those didn't exist, it wouldn't be an issue because there's no grass. So, my house in my HOA community, the guy comes every 2 weeks, life goes on. That's not the exact situation here.
The correct remedy, to be honest, and this is based on 20 years of military facilities, is it has to actually be chemically, done. Because there's no mowing or upkeep that will ever result in some sort of ideal situation. I can sit here and tell you I've contracted lawn people and people to do that chemical thing. Perhaps in the next week or so, I can produce a documentation that's just on their end and give that to me. Really, I'm saying all these things in the hopes that perhaps we can come to an agreement based on my actions today and so forth. And my obvious embarrassment to maybe not, have to get a second job for the holidays to pay this fine. I don't mean to be, hyperbolic here, but, on the stated amount, it could obviously be quite a bit.
Understood. Thank you, and I appreciate your comments. Is there anything else from the city? Let me say this. Well, first of all, I will find proper notice. Respondent is present at the hearing. Based on the testimony and the evidence, I will find the property remains in violation of City Code Section 2-75.9, and I do find that violation is a repeat violation. So all that being said, legally, the city could have asked for
Up to
$500 per day starting July 29th.
Understood.
Which I'm not sure I would have agreed with that had it been asked for. That seems like that would be a lot given under the circumstances. I appreciate you coming to the hearing and accepting the responsibility and all that. So yes.
The city is willing to stay the fines and give some additional time to comply. Produce some documentation of effective service for this time period.
Okay, I have no objection to that. What are we thinking? 30 days?
It won't take me but 48 hours to email Sue that, if that's the appropriate person to email.
14 days.
14 days?
And like I said, in 24 hours, 48 hours, the worst, if it rains when I leave here, the backyard will be in compliance.
Okay, well, I certainly have no objection to that. For the record, that's even more generous than I was going to be. So but I have no objection to that at all. So we will allow 14 days for compliance to be achieved before any fines run, even though this is a repeat case. And then the city also wanted the documentation regarding the active military. Okay, so if you can get that over within the 14 days, get the backyard taken care of. I think you'll still be administrative costs of $425.29. There's really nothing I can do about that. That's
Consider that the fine.
But now if it's not done within the 14 days, then there will be daily fines and I'll do $100 per day. But sounds like you'll be able to take care of it within the 2 weeks.
I am not on active duty at the moment, thankfully. Feeling good. And we can,
So you got something to do today. Thank you very much, sir. I appreciate you coming. I appreciate the city's accommodation as well.
email you, I guess, the stuff that we got to where it needs to be.
Yes.
And the administrative fee from last time, I didn't, other than coming here, I didn't have an online way to pay it unless I'm mistaken, including today's. Is there some way I can do that today just before I leave?
We'll discuss that.
Understood. Thank you, ma'am.
Are you gonna give her your card?
Next case is page 21, now item number 50, case number 20-1929, property address 1232 South L Street, property owner, property investment plus officer.
Sorry, tell me what number on the agenda?
The one right after, 50.
I'm sorry.
1232 South L Street.
Okay, thank you. Attorney for the city of Lake Worth Beach, previously sworn. 21-1929 is the case number. Owner, Property Investments Plus LLC, 6726 Athena Drive. Again, address is 1232 South L Street. There is one violation left, and the rest of them have been resolved or complied. And the violation left is the permit, which is 23.2-21. There was a stop work order on this property for work without a permit. And the instructions are to apply and obtain a permit for all the work done by contacting the building department. There is a permit in plan review, but basically it's a remodel of the entire property. And I am giving till February 16th, 2022 to obtain the permit in the approved status for me. And then you can work with the building department after that. Or $100 per day. And that shall also be, the admin fee shall also be paid February 16th at $425.29.
The only violation you said is the building permit.
Correct.
3.2-21.
Complied all the rest,
All
or resolved.
right. Let's hear from the respondent. Yes, sir. If you could tell me your name and address, and then you can tell me anything else you'd like about the case.
My name is William Rivera, owner of property 11232 South L Street.
Yes, sir.
I'm pretty much just here, for the hearing. I got the permits in, and we're just waiting on the city to give me approval, so we got started.
So basically 3 months to get this wrapped up.
Yeah, so everything's submitted already. We're just waiting for the city now.
Excellent. I appreciate it. Anything else you'd like to tell me?
No, sir.
Anything else from the city?
No,
Okay, do find proper notice based on the testimony and the evidence to find property remains in violation of city code 23.2-21, but has complied with all other code sections that were cited in the notice. I'll accept the city's recommendation, allow until February 16th of 2022 for the outstanding violation to be complied. After that, daily fines of $100 per day will be assessed until compliance is achieved and the city is awarded its administrative costs of $425.29, also payable no later than February 16th, 2022. Thank you very much. This back.
I have a question. What day of fee today?
pardon me.
What day of fee today?
I let you have the fee until the 16th of February. You can pay it any time up until then.
Okay, thank you very
The
much.
425.
All right.
Don't, thank you.
Next is page 13, item number 30, case number 21-134, property address 1002 9th Avenue North, property owner, Corner Investments LLC, Inspector Del Rossi.
Again. Ms. Del Rossi, whenever you're ready.
Inspector Del Rossi from the County Fire Rescue. The address is 1002 9th Avenue North. It's actually a status update hearing. I went this morning to the property to do a re-inspection, and several of the things have been complied with. The address on the building has been corrected.
10.11.4.
Yes.
Okay.
Storage under the stairs has been corrected.
14.6.3. Okay.
Let me see. I don't have it with me, so. let me see. The unit address has complied, so that 1411-141.
Okay.
This is exit signs and emergency lights. Those have been corrected. Let me see, extinguishers have been done. There's two buildings there. I finally got into the fire alarm cabinet, and the the fire alarm reports aren't in there, you know, the annual inspection reports. It just looks like the alarm,
Email to you.
right, but they have to be in the logbook. So
I
the,
can drop off them.
yeah.
Put it on, I can print it out. I'd send you a copy of the post report, the fire sprinklers on the fire.
I got the fire alarm, but I didn't receive fire sprinklers.
Yeah, fire sprinklers, like 3-4 days. They did the work a long time ago. They took time to do the report. I sent you first the report with some things that they needed to do. They did the things and I sent you the report like 3-4 days ago.
Okay, I didn't receive it, so send it to me again. Okay. There was still some storage in the walkway upstairs on building B when I went there this morning, so talked to that tenant.
Yeah, because I just passed by, I didn't see it.
Yeah, there was actually,
Or, you know, they put some plants in there or all those plants.
yeah, it would look like there was like a bucket and a few other things. It just looked like they dropped a bunch of stuff off. Just reiterate to them that they can't put anything there.
Do you know by the case, the unit number that was that?
I'll take a look at my phone when we're done. Let me see. There's still a grill in the back of building B that's within 10 feet of the building that has to move. It's about 7 feet from the building. I measured it out. Okay?
That grill is not on the balcony, but we.
Right, but it's still, there can't be any grills. It can't be anything of that nature within 10 feet of the building. So we can move it off to like by where that,
Yeah,
the gazebo kind of thing is, yeah. Extinguishers are good. Let's see. I didn't realize that you could put the key for the
Yeah.
panel in the Knox box, and I was like, oh, let me check, and I saw
In
it,
the
so.
beginning, yeah, from last time that you passed by, it was there.
Okay. You put up you move the lightweight truss signs just on building B. If you could, it's in the stairwell, put it on the front instead. Just, that's a little thing. So for the most part, he's taking care of everything. The part of the order was, they had done alarm work without a permit. And so the fire marshal had ordered that until that permit was final, him to be on a fire watch. So the magistrate had said, he had 24 hours to start the fire watch, which was not done. And the alarm finally came into compliance on November 12th.
Okay.
So there should have been a fire watch between those days.
And there was not.
There was not. There's a few things, easy enough for you to take care of if you stop by there today. It's just, you know, it's gonna be a matter of keeping on your tenants more than you have been. Okay, but for the most part, with a couple of these little things, I think
Was there an order finding a violation in this case? I don't see it in the file, but this shows up as a status hearing on my agenda.
yeah, there's two parts to it.
Yeah, there's two parts. The first, and there should be a copy of the order in there. There's $250 a day starting October 29th for, well, the items before. For the fire watch and so the fire watch was supposed to be done within 24 hours for $250 per day, which was begun accruing that day. And then all the other violations, they have until November 29th or a fine of $250 per day. And there should be a copy of the order in there.
Yeah, I can't find it.
It should be right here.
I know. There it is. You just need to do the.
It hasn't gotten recorded one in there yet.
Okay.
So I think he'll definitely be done with the things that he was given 30 days to do.
Okay.
Because he's almost there now.
All right, well,
The fire grill,
okay. And then let me go ahead and formally come over to you, sir. You go ahead and tell me your name and address, and then you can tell me anything else that you have about the case.
Irving Pena, Corning Investments LLC, 1002.
Yes, sir.
All right, yeah, we corrected everything, we've been correcting everything, and the only thing that we would like to ask the magistrate, it's to not to put the fine for the $200 a day, 250. Because we requested the permit, and as a matter of fact, we didn't have to pull the permit for what the work that was done. What we did on the project was change a module that under the same requirements from the NFPA says that we can do under designated representative shall correct, remedy, or repair or replace components on an equipment. The number is 4.151.2 on the NFPA. That was the work done. We know that they send you a false report saying that we changed the whole fire alarm system. So that's why we put the permit out and we did all the work. We requested the permit, which we did it within 4 days, 5 days. Same day that we left here, we requested the permit. We had the permit, the court was on the 18th, no, the 28th last month. On the 3rd, November 3rd, we already have permit in hand, right? And we didn't have the inspection because the city, county didn't have inspectors for more than a week to go to the property. We were ready since November 3rd. So in less than a week, we complied with the permitting, which what we did on the fire alarm doesn't require a permit at all, because it was changing the modules that were false when they did the report. We understand that the inspector received a false report saying that we did a whole system, which it was not the case.
Okay, well, I'm not inclined to, the order provides for that $250 a day fine between the time that the 24 hours expired and I guess either the fire watch began or the alarm system came online appropriately. I'm not inclined to, I'm not going to do anything with that today, especially while there are technically still some outstanding violations that need to be buttoned up. However, as anybody may, once this is completely in compliance, you are free to reach out to the city and make a request for a reduction in any fine that is brought to bear because of these orders. But I'm not going to make any changes to those today. I don't think that's appropriate substantively because there are still outstanding violations and I mean, procedurally, this is only before me for a status hearing. So for both of those reasons, I'm not going to enter any order that changes the previous order today. But I encourage you to continue to complete these repairs, get all the violations cured, and then you can proceed with any kind of request for a fine reduction at that point in time. And whether it comes before me or the other magistrate, I'll certainly be happy to consider that when it's appropriate. Okay, thank you very much. Thank you.
Next is on page 5 of the foreclosure agenda. Item number 17, case number 20-2365, property address 1509 South Federal Highway, property owner Lake Worth Development Trust. The lien was recorded on 4/9/2021.
Okay, is the lien, I'm just curious, is the lien still accruing daily fines or has the property been brought into compliance?
No, sir, it's still accruing daily fines, and I believe the assistant director, Yolanda Robinson, went out there and took pictures yesterday. I believe on this property 1509.
There is.
Yes, okay, they're in. We don't have, did you bring the file? Because we don't normally have the files for the foreclosure agendas.
Not in the box.
Well, that's fine. I don't need to see, I need to know that the lien's been recorded more than 3 months. And then in this case, it's still accruing daily fines as well. All right, let me come over here from the gentleman, sir. If you can tell me your name and address and then tell me about the case.
Yes, sir. Albert Boyd, 13833 Wellington Trace, Wellington, Florida, 33414.
Yes, sir.
I've owned several properties in the federal corridor for years, had the pleasure of working with code enforcement and federal staff for way over years. As a result of owning several properties and brokering the sale of this particular property twice, I've come to know the property owners and the challenges they've been subjected to. In many ways, I can't defend the owner in some ways. I think they haven't taken the time early on to address matters. However, several months ago, I met with Mr. Ed Lynch, who's the general contractor, president of Palm Beach County Building Code Advisory Board, on site on this property regarding the removal of 2 walls. And got his advice, had the walls removed, painted, completed. We've asked for an inspection. Just recently, Ed's partner, Tim Dornblaser, has communicated with Mr. Ringo about getting an inspection of this particular component of the lien, and also to get some direction on the pool that has had some miscellaneous issues. We just want to fill it in. Fill it in and be done with it, but we want to do it by code. We've asked for direction in that regard as well. Those are the 2 major items. All of the other items that are material have been addressed, but there are several cosmetic landscaping type things. If I may,
Show the city first.
Wasn't sure about this type of a hearing before, I'm not experienced at this, but I wanted to convey a property across the street I obtained several years ago. I understand the need for curb appeal. Curb appeal provides quality tenants, better rents, cap rates, property values, and quieter neighborhoods.
This is a different property.
Oh, sorry. That's Yolanda's picture. Yes, so we've been trying to get the inspection done to wrap up these big things, while the minor things, which I just got involved with, probably these minor things this week. Yolanda's been a trooper, been very helpful over the years. She was kind enough to go out on the 16th to take a look at the property. She took a quick picture of where the walls were removed, and there was a electrical junction box open with nothing in it on it. And of course, that's a safety issue. But because now I'm involved, I got a hold of the property owner, boom, bang, bing, they put in the right fixture. Yolanda's picture also provided a pool with some residual water at the bottom. We drained the pool because we plan to fill it in. But there was some water residual and the drain was clogged. I immediately got on the line. Boots on the ground for the owner, went out, cleared the drain. What I'm trying to explain here is prompt attention now to any of these miscellaneous items. I understand this is a foreclosure type administrative kind of filing, but I'm asking special magistrate to postpone by 30 days, maybe 30 days, so I'm in the mix. There's another picture of an issue that is a separate matter, but they needed a door with access to the electrical breaker box. I put a brand new door and sign on the door because I believe in quality, images everything with properties. And then I got a picture from Yolanda yesterday of their door with a stencil painting a restroom on it, which is totally unacceptable, which I would rectify immediately, buy a simple restroom door. But these are miscellaneous things I can rectify in a week. I'm asking 2 things. One, if we could delay this foreclosure type filing 30 days, so I can kick ass and get this wrapped up, and give Mr. Ringo perhaps time to get the inspection regarding the wall removal and the pool filled in, so that we can clear up the case. So this part of the burden is on the city, and I know they're backed up because of COVID, and I respect that. I'm hoping they can help us out in that regard. On the other side of the coin, can you just give me 30 days to wrap up these cosmetic items that are left over?
All right, thank you, sir.
Yes, thank you.
Anything else on behalf of the city in this case?
No, sir.
All right. So my role today, this does not start a foreclosure case. This is a ministerial act. If state law provides, if a lien's been recorded for 3 months, the city asks, they're entitled to get, and they're required to get foreclosure authorization from me before they can start an actual process. So while I will grant foreclosure authorization in this case, that I want you to understand, that does not mean that foreclosure is being filed today. That whatever process the city has at their end, would still have to happen before filing actually occurs in circuit court. So I would encourage you to get this stuff done, have the lien stop running and stay in touch with Ms. Robinson. And, but all that to say, is there any objection to these photographs being made part of the record for this hearing? Then they will. 5 photographs that were provided by the respondent will be made part of the record for this hearing as well. Okay, thank you very much. All set. Sorry, thank you.
Next is also on the foreclosure agenda. Item number 10, case number 20-1396, property address 77 South Federal Highway. Property owner, Sai Hospitality LLC, and those liens were recorded on 4/9/2021.
Is the property still in violation or has it been brought into compliance?
Wait 1 second, I believe it still is.
It
sir.
still is.
There's still 2 active violations, so it's still accruing fines.
All right. Yes, ma'am, go ahead and tell me your name and address, and you can proceed.
So Kim Jong Patel from 727 South Federal Highway. And we're still in the process of the approval for the permit. We had a work stop order because it was approved by the landscaping and planning and zoning, but it was not stamped by the building department. So we started work already, but when we had the building inspection, they gave us a stop order and asked for the revised plan, which we already submitted. So we waited for them to just approve it.
Okay.
Because I did call this week too, and this I still have 11 more applications before us. So it goes in a review and it needs to be reviewed by all the departments again. So they said give us still 2 or 3 more weeks.
All right. I'm sure you heard what I said to the last gentleman. Is there anything else from the city on this case?
No, sir.
Anything else? I understand that this is in the permitting process. But I will grant foreclosure authorization as requested, and I encourage you to continue to work through the process and stay in touch with Ms. Robinson. And get this.
This is my request is we just have to be get it approved as soon as possible because we had the bars and everything. We started working on it and it's like a really big liability. We had put the bars and everything too when we started the work.
Okay, I understand, and I'm glad to hear that you're working forward towards compliance, but I am granting foreclosure authorization. All right, thank you very much.
Okay, next, we're going to go to page 25 of the agenda, item number 60. Case numbers 13-303 and 10-1954. This is an extension of an agreement for consideration for sale for 1 Lake Avenue, 12 South Lakeside Drive, 14 South Lakeside Drive, between HH Gulfstream Land Holdings LLC and Restoration St. Louis Inc. Assistant City Attorney Linehan.
Okay.
Good morning.
Hi.
So this property has code violations that have been existing since 2010, 2011. The previous owner entered into a settlement agreement with the city, giving them authorization to sell the property. The property was sold, they didn't complete all their obligations. It is under new ownership. That previous settlement agreement has expired. The new owner is working on entering into a joint venture and anticipates entering into that joint venture by the end of the calendar year. So the city has proposed entering into this settlement agreement with the property owner and the joint venturer for them to allow them time to enter into that joint venture agreement by the end of this calendar year. And if they do so, that the fines would be waived and the properties will be released. All the admin fees have been previously paid. If they don't enter into their agreement by the end of the calendar year, all the fines would remain in place.
Okay, so just need me to ratify and affirm.
Approval of the settlement agreement.
Approved.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Did you want to go forward or do you want to take a quick break?
If anybody needs to take 5, we can. I'm happy to plow through.
It's up to you, sir.
Let's
Wanna-
let's carry on.
Okay.
Actually got a kind of a short agenda today for.
Yes, let me get the officers. Do Dina first.
Next is page 6 of the agenda, item number 16, case number 21-2419, property address 1902 North Federal Highway, property owner, Buyers Investment Group Limited LLC, Inc., and Officer Thomas.
Officer Thomas, City of Lakewood Beach Code Compliance, case number 21-2419, Buyers Investment Group Limited, Inc. Their address is 6717 Stone Creek Street, Green Acres, Florida, 33413. The property location is 1902 North Federal Highway. Found property to be in a repeat violation of City Code Sections LWCO 2-75.9 landscaping and LWCO 23.6-1 landscape regulations. This case is a repeat against case number 20-2458. A copy of the order finding violation, assessing fine, and claim of lien is in the case file for your review. I observed this repeat violation on 10/13/2021. A repeat violation means a violation of a provision of a code or ordinance by a person whom a special magistrate has previously found to have violated the same provision within 5 years prior to the violation. Issued formal notice of repeat violation hearing on 11/3/2021 by certified and regular mail. Certified mail was not received. Property was posted on 11/5/2021. Property was re-inspected on 11/17/2021 and found to be in non-compliance. Photographs of the property have been taken and are in the file. I have not had any personal contact with the property owner. The city is requesting $250 per day, starting 10/13/2021 and running until compliance is achieved. That's 36 days from 10/13 to 11/18 today at $250 per day is $9,000 and continuing until compliance is achieved. Administrative costs of $425.29 to be paid by December 3rd, 2021.
When did the original violation come into compliance?
They are still in violation. They have not come into compliance. The previous case,
That's what I mean, the previous case. When did the 2458 case come into compliance?
I'll look that up for you.
okay, thanks.
August 17th, 2021.
And then this was observed October 13th. All right, and do we have anybody here on behalf of the respondent? For the record, we don't have any additional guests with us this morning, so nevertheless, the city does have proper notice with the notice documents in the file. Based on the testimony and the evidence, I will find this property remains in violation as cited. I find that both code section violations are repeat violations based on the prior case, which is case number 20-2458. I'll accept the city's recommendation. I will impose daily fines of $250 per day beginning October 13th, 2021, the date the repeat violation was first observed. Through today, which is 36 days, that's $9,000, and that fine will continue to accrue at $250 per day until compliance is achieved. The city is also awarded its administrative costs of $425.29, which will be due immediately. Thank you.
Thank you.
Next is on page 4, item number 9, case number 21-951, property address 416 Evergreen Drive, property owner Jimmy Randello and Paula Stimolo. Officer Hicks.
Morning, Bobby Hicks with the City of Lake Worth. Property location is 416 Evergreen Drive, situated on site address 431 Boutwell Road. Property was found to be in violation of City Code sections 1217 to remove garbage, cans, and recyclable containers from public view. Sections 12-18, remove all garbage, trash, and debris from entire property. Section 15-39, current trailer registration needs to be attached to trailer. Sections 2-75.6.2, remove all dirt and mildew from trailer and paint. Remove all dirt and mildew from walkways and patios and repaint. Replace all broken windows and fix all windows to open and close properly. Remove shed and rear that is in disrepair. Repair water leaks in roof. Replace all missing and damaged skirting. Remove all rotten wood on rear porch. Section 2-75.6.6, remove all screws from windows so they can open and close properly. Sections 23.6-1, all other areas not covered by driveways or structures shall be framed with living ground cover. Sections 2-75.9, trim all overgrown grass, weeds, bushes, hedges on property. Issued a formal notice of violation hearing on 9/8/2021 by certified mail. Certified mail was received, was in transit 9/16/2021. Posted a property at 1900 Second Avenue North on 9/13/2021. Property was re-inspected on 11/16/2021 and found to be in non-compliance. Photographs have been taken and are in the file for review. I did have personal contact with the property owner. City's recommendation time for compliance is December 20th/2021. The fines of $50 per day, plus the administrative cost of $425.29 to be paid by December 20th/2021. At this time, no work has been done on the property.
All right, and everything is still outstanding. Nothing's come into compliance at all. Okay. I will find proper notice based on the notice documents in the file. I will find that the property remains in violation as cited. I will accept the city's recommendation and require compliance by December 20th/2021. If compliance is not achieved by that date, daily fines of $50 per day will be assessed for each day the property remains in violation, and I will award the city's administrative costs of $425.29 payable no later than December 20th.
Next is number 10 on the agenda. Case number 21-1963, property address 418 Date Farm Drive, property owner Nancy Milaro, Officer Hicks.
418 Date Palm Drive, situated on site address 431 Boutwell Road. Found property in violation of city code sections 12-18, remove all garbage, trash, and debris from entire property. Sections 15-39, current registration needs to be attached to trailer. Sections 2-75.6.2, to remove all dirt and mildew from trailer and awnings and paint as needed. Remove all peeling paint from trailer, paint as needed. Replace any broken and missing skirting. Remove washer and dryer from open carport. Sections 2-75.6.6 to lift up all storm shutters for means of egress. Issued a courtesy notice on 8/6/2021. Property was re-inspected on 9/8/2021 and still found to be in non-compliance. Issued a formal notice of violation and hearing by certified mail on 9/22/2021. Certified mail was received on 9/27/2021. I posted a property in 1900 Second Avenue North on 9/24/2021. Property was re-inspected on 11/16/2021 and found to be in non-compliance. Photographs have been taken of the violations were added to the file for review. I did have personal contact with the property owner on several occasions. City recommendation time is December 20th/2021. Fines of $50 per day, plus the administrative cost of $445. be paid by December 9th. Owner has started working, just has not completed that at the time.
Okay. Certified mail, the city has proper notice. Based on the testimony and the evidence I've reviewed, I will find the property remains in violation as cited. I will accept the city's recommendation. Require compliance no later than December 20th, 2021. If compliance is not achieved by that date, then daily fines of $50 per day will be assessed for each day the property remains in violation. City's administrative costs of $425.29 are awarded and payable no later than December 20th.
Next is item number 11, case number 21-1964, property address 423 Banyan Drive, property owner Diaz Fernandez, Officer Hicks.
City of Lake Worth Beach, property location 423 Banyan Drive, situated on site address 431 Road. Found to be in violation of City Code Section 12-17, remove all garbage cans and recycle containers from public view. Sections 12-18, remove all garbage, trash, and debris from the entire property. 15-39, current trailer registration needs to be attached to trailer. That violation is in compliance. Section 2-75.6.2, remove all dirt and mildew from patio and repaint. Repair, replace broken porch light. Resurface parking area permit will be required. The only violation left on that is repair and replace the broken porch light. Sections 2-75.6.6, remove all boards from covering windows for means of egress. Sections 23.6-1, all dirt areas need to have covered or living ground cover. Issue courtesy notice on 8/6/2021. Re-inspected on 9/8/2021 and found to be in non-compliance. Issued a formal notice of violation hearing on 9/22/2021 certified mail. Certified mail was received on 9/27/2021. Posted to property at 1900 Second Avenue North on 9/24/2021. Property re-inspected on 11/16/2021 and found to be in non-compliance. Photos have been taken and are added to the file for review. I have had personal contact with the property owner. The city's recommendation time is December 20th, 2021, or fines of $50 per day, plus the administrative cost to be paid by December 9th, plus $425.29.
Okay, thank you. I do find proper notice in this case. Based on the testimony and the evidence, I find the property remains in violation as cited, except has complied with City Code Section 15-39. There is still the broken porch light, which causes 2-75.6.2 to remain in violation. I will accept the city's recommendation, require compliance with the outstanding violations no later than December 20th of 2021. If compliance is not achieved by that date, then afterwards, daily fines of $50 per day will be assessed until compliance is achieved. City's administrative costs of $425.29 are awarded and also payable no later than December 20th.
Next, page 14 of the agenda, item number 33, case number 21-1163, property address 1528 Wingfield Street. Property owner, Fred DeVoe, Officer Turek.
Previous this morning. 21-1163, Fred DeVoe, 1528 Greenfield Street. The violations on this case are 12-18. To please remove all trash and debris, remove the large item in the rear yard, or remove all tires, wood, concrete poles, etc. To have a clean appearance for the surrounding neighborhood. Violation 2-75.11, to have the filing of the vacant registry, which was supposed to have been done within 10 days of vacancy, and it's required annually. 2-75.62, the general requirements. Please do the following. Add address to structure for emergency purposes, fix broken window, lock awnings if it remains vacant to keep out vagrants, replace one missing awning, paint structure if no permits on file for remodel, remove broken chain link fence or replace. If replacing, a permit will be needed. Pressure clean driveway and sidewalk out front. Change owner's name on property appraiser. Repair wood box that contains the water heater. Remove camper trailer from the rear yard. Next violation is landscaping, 2-75.9. The owner is responsible for the maintenance of all landscaping to keep it cut, mowed, trimmed in a manner and frequency that's appropriate. Please cut all weeds, remove any dead vegetation, trim all shrubs, trees, and bushes at the property. Also, there's another general requirement, 2-75.62, and this is about the vacant structure. Structure, all vacant structures and premises. Therefore, the vacant land shall be maintained in a clean, safe, secure, and sanitary condition as provided herein, so as not to cause blighting problems and adversely affect the public health safety. Exterior structure. The exterior of the structure shall be maintained in good repair, structurally sound. General, to include but not limited, the protective treatment, identification, roofs, drainage, window, insect screens, and to bring the property back up to current building codes or demolish by contacting the City of Lake Worth Building Department. Speak with the building official as it may be needed. The property was cited and given a courtesy notice by 12/21. I re-inspected on 7/21/21. And then the notice was sent on 7/21/21. It was returned by mail, and the property was posted 7/26/21. I have had contact with the owner, and the recommendation of time and fine would be February 16, 2022, for a fine of $125 per day, and to be paid the administrative costs of $425.29 also by February 16, 2022.
Thank you. With the posting and the return certified mail, the city has proper notice. Based on testimony and the evidence that I've reviewed, I will find property remains in violation as cited. I will accept the city's recommendation in this case, require compliance by February 16th of 2022. After that, daily fines of $125 per day will be assessed until compliance is achieved. The city is awarded administrative costs of $425.29, also payable no later than February 16th, 2022.
Well, attorney previously sworn.
She's got to call the case
Where
first.
are we?
Sorry, my bad.
Item number 51, case page 22. Sorry. Item number 51, case number 21-2386, property address 1022 South D Street. Property owner Marie Marcel, Officer Turek.
So attorney previously sworn. This is a repeat for finding of fact. The previous case was 19-945, and the order is in the file, sir. That was complied on 3/13/20, and it has fees owed to the city. So this case is a repeat on 3 violations from that case, which were 12/17, garbage, trash and debris, 2-7562, and 23419. All have been complied, and the date of compliance is 11/2/21. There is still one remaining violation that is not a repeat, 1539, an inoperable vehicle being parked on the property. I have granted 5 days till November 23rd for, the city has granted 5 days for the inoperable vehicle to be either have good registration or removed. The courtesy notice was a verbal on 10/25/21, and then I sent notice on 10/25/21. This, the formal notice was on 10/25. I posted on 10/26. Property was re-inspected 11/17/21. Have had contact with the owner. The repeat ran from 10/25/21 to 11/2, a total of 8 days. And the amount was $250 per day with a total of $2,000. The owner must pay the administration cost for today of $425.29, and he has until November 23rd, 21 to remove or tag the inoperable vehicle that still remains on the property.
Excuse me, with the posting and the certified mail that was sent, city has proper notice. Based on the testimony and the evidence that I have reviewed, I will find that the property remains in violation of City Code Section 15-39. I will allow until November 23rd of 2021 for that violation to be cured. What daily fine are you looking for?
The daily fine is $150 per day.
I will accept the city's recommendation on that. If the 15-39 violation is not cured by November 23rd, daily fines of $150 per day will be assessed until compliance is achieved. The remaining violations, I find, were in violation from November 2nd until, I'm sorry, from October 25th until November 22nd for a total of 8 days. I find that those were repeat violations based on case number 19-915.
9456.
That's a form. Yeah, I guess it is.
945.
Yep, okay, it's not a good copy, 19-945. I will accept the city's recommendation on that case, and I will assess daily fines of $250 per day for the 8 days that the repeat violation existed, and that's a total of $2,000. If I didn't already say it, the city's awarded administrative costs of $425.29, and I will make those payable no later than November 23rd. You're welcome.
Next is page 1, agenda. Case number 2. Item number 2, sorry. Case number 08-1285. Property address 1320 Lucerne Avenue. Property owner Greg Rice. Officer Clinton Bush.
Good morning, Magistrate. Officer Clinton Bush with the City of Lake Worth Beach Code Compliance. Case number 081285 with Greg Rice. Entered into a stipulated agreement. The person executing the stipulated agreement have the authority to enter into the agreement. and that the enforcement lien was at the property located at 1320 Lucerne Avenue. The property is free of all outstanding debts due to the city. And the owner otherwise met all the requirements of sections 2-69.3, 2-69.3.1 of the city code of ordinances. The lien existed on the property total $17,500, and the owner agrees to pay $1,750 to settle and release the lien. The city will recommend to the special magistrate that an order be entered reducing the lien to $1,750. The owner agrees to make the payment by December 20th, 2021. And if the city does not receive the payment as set forth above, the stipulated agreement shall be null and void, with no further actions to be taken by the city, and the existing lien amount of $17,500 be reinstated.
And I have the stipulated agreement for lien reduction. I've reviewed it. It is in proper form and is approved.
Thank you, Special Magistrate.
Yeah.
Item number 3, case number 18-5670, property address 725 North East Street, property owner Christine Jagannath, Officer Clinton Bush.
Officer Clinton Bush with the city of Liquid Beach Code Compliance previously signed case number 18-5670. Entered into a stipulated agreement with Christine Jagannath. The person executing the stipulated agreement have the authority to enter into the agreement. At the code enforcement lien at the property located at 725 North East Street. The property is otherwise free of all outstanding debts due to the city. And the owner has otherwise met all the requirements of sections 2-69.3, 2-69.3.1 of the city code of ordinances. The lien existing on the property totals $10,050. The owner agrees to pay $1,005 to settle and release the lien. The city will recommend to the special magistrate that an order be entered reducing the lien to $1,005, and the owner agrees to make the payment by December 30th, 2021. If the city does not receive the payment as set forth above, the stipulated agreement shall be null and void with no further action to be taken by the city, and the existing lien amount of $2,050 shall be reinstated.
I have the stipulated agreement for lien reduction. I've reviewed it. It is in proper form and it is approved.
Thank you, Special Magistrate.
Number 4. Case number 21-1370, property address 725 North East Street, property owner Christine Jagannath, Officer Clinton Bush. This is a public request and they have entered into a stipulated agreement.
Also, with the city of Liquid Beach Code Compliance Division, entered into a stipulated agreement with Christine Jagannath in the case number 21-1370. The person executing a stipulated agreement have the authority to enter into the agreement for the property located at 725 North East Street. The property is otherwise free of all outstanding debts to the city. The owner has otherwise met all requirements of sections 2-69.3, 2-69.3.1 of the city code of ordinances. The lien existing on the property totals $11,700, and the owner agrees to pay $1,170 to settle and release the lien. The city will recommend to the special magistrate that an order be entered reducing the lien to $1,170, and the owner agrees to make the payment by December 30th, 2021. If the city does not receive payment as set forth above, the stipulated agreement shall be null and void with no further action taken by the city, and the existing lien amount of $11,700 shall be reinstated.
I have the stipulated agreement for lien reduction. I have reviewed it. It is in proper form and it is approved.
Next, item number 5. Case number 16-2027, property address 513 6th Avenue South, property owner Freedom PB Properties LLC. Officer Clinton Bush. This is a public request and they have entered into a stipulated agreement.
For the city of Liquid Beach Code Compliance Division previously sworn, case number 16-2027, entered into a stipulated agreement with Mr. Alex Rios from Freedom PB Properties LLC. The person executing the stipulated agreement have the authority to enter into the agreement for the property located at 513 6th Avenue South. The property is otherwise free of all outstanding debts due to the city. and the owner does not have any other properties in the city that have active code compliance cases. The owner has otherwise met the requirements of sections 2-69.3, 2-69.3.1. The lien existing on the property totals $54,821.96, and the owner agrees to pay $5,480.20 to settle and release the lien. The city will recommend to the special magistrate that an order be entered reducing the lien to $5,482.20, and the owner agrees to make the payment by December 30th, 2021. If the city does not receive the payment as set forth above, stipulated agreement shall be null and void with no further action be taken by the city, and the existing lien amount of $54,821.96 shall be reinstated.
Thank you. I have the stipulated agreement for lien reduction. I have reviewed it. It is in proper form and it is approved.
Thanks.
Item number 6, case number 19-1500, property address 1215 8th Avenue South, property owner Marianne Lou Claridad Canales, Officer Clinton Bush, public request, and they have entered into a stipulated agreement.
Officer Clinton Bush with the city of Liquor Beach, compliance with case number 19-1500, entered into a stipulated agreement with Lou Canales and the property located at 1215 8th Avenue South. The property is otherwise free of all outstanding debts due to the city. The owner has authorized all the requirements of sections 2-69.3 and 2-69.3.1 of the city code of ordinances. The lien existing on the property totals $24,000, and the owner agrees to pay $2,400 to settle and release the lien. The city will recommend to the special magistrate that an order be entered reducing the lien to $2,400, and the owner agrees to make the payment by December 30th, 2021. If the city does not receive payment as set forth above, the stipulated agreement shall be null and void with no further action to be taken by the city. The existing lien amount of $24,000 shall be reinstated, sir.
All right, I have the stipulated agreement for lien reduction. I've reviewed it. It is in proper form and it is approved.
Thank you, Special.
Next item on the agenda is on page 22. Case number 53. Sorry, item number 53, case number 29-819. Wait. Case number 20-819, property address 421 Southeast Street, property owner Abelardo and Elisa Gordon, Officer Clinton Bush.
Officer Clinton Bush with the city of Liquor Beach Code Compliance Division, case number 20-0819. And the owners Abelardo and Elisa Gordon, and the mailing address of 100 Cambridge East, West Palm Beach, Florida. The property location is 421 Southeast Street. Issued a formal notice of violation of this hearing on September 22nd, 2021. Certified mail was received on September 24th, 2021. The property was also posted on September 29th, 2021. At this time, the following violations exist on the property: Labor Code Ordinances 14-32 and 14-35 to apply for and obtain the city of Lake Worth Beach business license and approved use and occupancy inspection. Lakewood Code of Ordinances 2-75.6.2. That's our general requirements. The exterior of structure shall be maintained in good repair, structurally sound, sanitary, so not to pose a threat to the public health. Lakewood Code of Ordinances 23.4-19 for outdoor storage to remove all outdoor storage. Lakewood Code of Ordinances 12-17 to store garbage containers and recycling bins out of plain view. Lakewood Code of Ordinances 2-75.9, maintaining the landscape. The property was re-inspected on November 17, 2021. I do have photographs which are a clear and accurate representation of what I witnessed. I have had no personal contact with the owner. At this time, the city is recommending that the property come into compliance by December 30th, 2021, or a fine of $75 per day be assessed, and an administrative cost of $425.29 to be paid by December 30th, 2021.
I missed the status of 2-75 6.6. Is that still in violation? That's the fire extinguisher.
It's probably for the shutters, Tamika.
Okay, no, the shutters have been removed from the windows. I'm sorry, I apologize.
That is complied.
Yes, sir.
That's probably why you didn't mention it. Because it's not in violation. Okay, I do find proper notice in this case. I do find property remains in violation as cited, except for city code 2-75.6.6, which has complied. I will accept city's recommendation in this case, require compliance with the all remaining violations no later than December 30th of 2021. Thereafter, daily fines of $75 per day will be assessed until compliance is achieved. City is awarded administrative costs of $425.29, also payable no later than December 30th.
Thank you, Commissioner.
Yes, ma'am.
Item number 54, case number 20-863, property address 1306 First Avenue South, property owner Teresa Lopez, Officer Clinton Bush.
Officer Clinton Bush with the City of Lakewood Beach Court Compliance Division, case number 20-0863, Teresa Lopez, mailing address 502 South Military Trail in West Palm Beach, Florida. Property location is 1306 First Avenue South. Issued a formal notice of violation, notice appearing on September 22nd, 2021 by certified mail. Certified mail was received on September 25th, 2021. The property was posted on September 29th, 2021. The property was re-inspected on November 17, 2021, and still found out of compliance. At this time, the property is in violations of code sections 14-32 and 14-35 to apply for and obtain the City of Lakewood Beach business license and approved inspections. Lakewood Code of Ordinances 12-18 for areas free of garbage, trash, and debris. Lakewood Code of Ordinances 12-17 for the storage and accumulation of the garbage containers and recycling bins stored in plain view. Lakewood Code of Ordinances 2-75.9 landscape maintenance. Lakewood Code of Ordinances 23.4-19 for the outdoor storage. Lakewood Code of Ordinances 2-75.6.2 to scrape and paint all areas showing signs of dirt, flooding, chipping, paint. At this time, I have photographs taken by me of the property in question. I've also had contact with the owner, Mr. Lopez, who is aware of the violation we're hearing today. The recommendation time, the city is recommending that the property come into compliance by December 30th, 2021, or a fine of $75 per day be assessed, an administrative cost of $425.29 to be paid by December 30th, 2021 as well.
All right, with the received certified mail, city has proper notice. Find property remains in violation as cited based on the testimony and the evidence I have reviewed. I will accept the city's recommendation, require compliance no later than December 30th, 2021. Thereafter, daily fines of $75 per day will be assessed until compliance is achieved. City is awarded administrative costs of $425.29, also payable no later than December 30th.
Thank you, Commissioner.
And
Thank you.
Next, item number 57, number 21-1421, property address 1302 Lucerne Avenue, property owner Bridget and Paul Dereluz, Officer Clinton Bush.
Officer Clinton Bush with the City of Lakewood Beach Code Compliance Division, case number 2121, case number 21-2140.
No, 1421.
I'm sorry, 1421. Owner industrial property.
She's on case number 21-1421, property address of 1302 Lucerne Avenue. That was the one we were discussing last night. It's still active in the system. So is this complied or is it being rescheduled?
That property is now in compliance. He obtained an inspection by the building department and was found in compliance.
Okay. Because it's still showing active. So now you can.
all right, so that one's complied.
Yes, you still need the case that you have, but the one that they just read off is in compliance.
Okay, so item 57 is complied. So the file that you have in your hand is for the next one she's going to call.
Okay, So item number 59.
This is 606 North F Street. Okay.
Yes, item number 59, case number 21-2140, property address 606 North F Street, property owner Industrial Properties 2000 LLC, Officer Clinton Bush.
Officer case number 21-2140, for the mailing address is 2299 Glades Road, Suite 106 feet, in Boca Raton, Florida. Property location is 606 North F Street. Issued a formal notice of violation, notice of hearing on September 22nd, 2021 by certified mail. Certified mail was received on September 28th, 2021, and the property was posted on September 29th, 2021. The property was re-inspected on November 17th, 2021, found to be in compliance. I do have photographs which are a clear and accurate representation of what I witnessed. I have had conversations with the property owner. At this time, the property is in violation of Lakewood Code of Ordinances 14-32 and 14-35 to apply to obtain a city of Lakewood Beach business license and approved inspections. Lakewood Code of Ordinances 15-39 to remove all inoperable, abandoned, unlicensed registered vehicles stored or staged at the property. Lakewood Code of Ordinances 2-75.9, landscape shall be maintained to cut more all overgrowth. Lakewood Code of Ordinances 2-75.6.2 to remove all dirt grime from building and exterior, to paint all areas exhibiting faded, peeling paint, graffiti, and to repair damaged rotted wood sections on the fascia and soffit areas. Lakewood Code of Ordinances 23.4-19 to remove all outdoor storage on the side of the church to include any rubbish, garbage, trash, and debris on the property. Lakewood Code of Ordinances 12-18, area sphere of garbage, trash, and debris. Lakewood Code of Ordinances, Lakewood Zoning Code of Ordinances is 23.4-4, fences shall be symmetrical and in good repair to repair the wooden fence. At this time, the city is recommending that the property come into compliance by January 3rd, 2021, or a fine of $100 per day be assessed, with administrative costs of $425.29 to be paid by January 3rd, 2021.
2022.
I'm sorry, 2022, I apologize.
All right.
Yeah.
City has proper notice in this case based on the testimony and the evidence I've reviewed. Property remains in violation as cited. I will accept the city's recommendation, require compliance no later than January 3rd, 2022. Property is not brought into compliance by that date, then daily fines of $100 per day will be assessed until compliance is achieved. The city is awarded administrative costs of $425.29, also payable no later than January 3rd, 2022.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Next is on page 9 of the agenda. Item number 24.
I'm sorry.
Okay. Sorry. It's item number 22.
Oh, no, sorry, let's start over here.
Starts. Stipulated. Okay. So I'm sorry. Next item is on page 8 of the agenda, item number 21. Case number 21-1495, property address 725 North Ocean Breeze. Property owner Charles Ellington, Officer Bulware, and they have entered into a stipulated agreement.
Officer Bulware already sworn in. The city of Lake Worth Beach had entered into a stipulated agreement with Ellington Charles. That person signed the stipulated agreement has the authority to enter into the stipulation. The violation exists on the owner's property located at 725 North Ocean Breeze, Lake Worth, Florida 33460. The owner is granted until January 19, 2022 to obtain compliance as specified in Exhibit A. Owner understands and agrees that he will not be entitled for an extension and to correct the violation, and the city will not request the same. If the owner does not correct the violation, bring the property into compliance with the code section cited in Exhibit A by the date set forth in Section 3, above a fine of $100 will be assessed per day. The owner understands that City of Lake Worth Code Compliance Officer will re-inspect the property to verify whether the necessary work has been completed to correct the violations in Exhibit A. Oh, I didn't update the file. I am so sorry.
Get it to me eventually. I have the stipulated agreement. I've reviewed it. It appears to be in proper form and it is approved.
Can we get the, I'm sorry, can we get the complaint? So, you know, was it January 9th or
January
19th?
19th of 2022.
That is what it says, 1/19,
Thank
2022.
Next is item number 22, case number 21-1522, property address 400 South Dixie Highway, property owner Tropical Point Plaza LLC, Officer Boulware.
Case number is 21-1522, owner Tropical Point Plaza, address 7223 San Salvador Drive, Boca Raton, Florida. Property location 400 South Dixie Highway. This was a complaint. The case was initiated on 6/18/2021. The existing violations are 12-7 dumpster requirements, 14-32 business license, 14-35 use and inspection, and 23.2-21 for building permits. The owner has complied with the following violations: 15-43 removal of graffiti, 2-75 6.2 general requirements, 2-75.9 landscaping, 23.4-19 outdoor storage, 23.4-7 wheel stops anchored, 23.5-1 signs. No formal notice was issued. The owner was notified via certified mail on July 22nd of 2021. The certified mail was received on July 26th of 2021. The property was posted at 1900 2nd Avenue North. The last reinspection was on November 10th of 2021. Photographs were taken of the property. I had personal contact with the owner. The city recommends the recommendation time of January 19th of 2022 to come into compliance or be fined $100 per day, with administration costs of $425.29 to be paid by January 19th of 2022.
And so one of the building permits was closed out, but there's still an active
No.
one as well. Is that right?
Okay, the open permit for the dumpster enclosure was from 2017.
Yes.
The owner was decided to finalize and close that permit.
Right. So that's still outstanding because you had
Yes.
a different permit had been.
Yeah, permit number 20-3483 was complied.
Right. So we're still in violation of 23.2-21 regarding the open dumpster enclosure permit.
Yes.
Okay, I got it. And we'll find proper notice in this case with certified mail based on the testimony and the evidence I've reviewed. Oh, the property remains in violation of city code sections 12-7, 14-32, 14-35, and 23.2-21, but has complied with all other code sections cited in the notice. I will accept the city's recommendation in this case, require compliance with the outstanding violations no later than January 19th of 2022. Thereafter, daily fines of $100 per day will be assessed until compliance is achieved. And the city is awarded administrative costs of $425.29 payable no later than January 19th, 2022.
Next, item number 24, case number 21-1678, property address 30 South J Street, 6A, property owners Gary Dowd, Jacqueline Murray, John and Madeline Murray, Officer Boulware.
Case number is 21-1678, owners Gary and Jacqueline and John Murray. The owner's address is 100 Cedar Street, apartment 824, Dobbs Ferry in New York. Property location is 30 South J Street, Unit 6A. This was a complaint. The case was initiated on June 30th of 2021. The existing violations are 14-32, business license requirements, and 14-35, Wisniewski inspection. The owner was notified via certified mail on August 19th of 2021. The certified mail was not received, but the property was posted on August 27th, 2021, and also at 1900 Second Avenue North. The property last reinspection was on November 15th of 2021. Photographs was taken of the property. I had personal contact with the property owner. The city recommends the recommendation time for compliance for December 20th of 2021 or be fined $75 per day with administration cost of $425.29 to be paid by December 20th of 2021.
Okay, with the returned certified mail followed by posting, the city has proper notice. Based on testimony and the evidence, I will find the property remains in violation as cited. I will accept the city's recommendation in this case, require compliance no later than December 20th of 2021. Thereafter, daily fines of $75 a day will be assessed until compliance is achieved. The city is awarded administrative costs of $425.29 payable no later than December 20th.
Item number 25, case number 21-1683. Property address 215 South K Street. Property owner 5 Katrina 921 LLC and Phyllis Marcia, Officer Bulware.
Case number 21-1683, owner 5 Katrina 921 LLC and Marcia Phyllis. Address is 11905 Southern Boulevard, Suite 102, Royal Palm Beach. Property location is 215 South K Street. This was a complaint. The case was initiated on June 30th, 2021. The existing violations are 2-756.2 general requirements. The owner was cited to make repairs of the stairwells, and the stairwell rail is encased. The photos of the stairwell were taken on November 9th, 2021 with consent of the tenant. The owner was decided to obtain a building permit for the repair of the staircase and rails. The owner failed to apply for that permit. The owner was also cited to obtain a certificate of appropriateness. The owner has complied with the following violations: 14-32 business license, 14-35 Wisniewski inspection, 2-756.6 fire safety requirements. The owner was notified via certified mail on August 19th of 2021. That certified mail was received on August 23rd, 2021. The property was posted on August 27th of 2021 and also at 1900 Second Avenue North. The last reinspection was on November 9th of 2021. Photographs was taken of the property. I had no personal contact with the owner. The city recommendation time for compliance is on January 19th of 2022, or we fine of $150 per day. The administration cost is $425.29 to be paid by January 19th of 2022.
The certified mail, the city has proper notice in this case. Based on the testimony and the evidence that I've reviewed, property remains in violation of city code sections 2-75.6.2, 23.2-21, and 23.2-24, but has complied with all other code sections cited in the notice. I will accept the city's recommendation and require compliance with all outstanding violations no later than January 19th of 2022. After that, daily fines of $150 per day will be assessed until compliance is achieved. The city is awarded administrative costs of $425.29 payable no later than January 19th, 2022.
Next, item number 26. Case number 21-1921, property 311 South J Street. Property owner is Yan Tan, Officer Bulware.
The city of Lake Worth Beach had entered into a stipulated agreement with Yan Tan that the person signed the stipulated agreement have the authority to enter to the stipulation. The violation exists in the owner's property located at 311 South J Street, Lake Worth, Florida. that the owner is granted until January 19th of 2022 to obtain compliance as specified in Exhibit A. The owner understands and agrees that he will not be entitled to an extension of time to correct the violation and agree that he will not request the same. That if the owner does not correct the violation to bring the property into compliance with the code section cited in Exhibit A by the date set forth in Section A above, a fine of $100 per day will be assessed until compliance is met. The owner understands that City Lake Worth Beach Code Compliance Officer will re-inspect the property to verify whether necessary work has been completed to correct the violation in Exhibit A.
All right, I have the stipulated agreement. I have reviewed it. It appears to be in proper form and it is approved.
Okay. All right. Item number 28, case number 21-2011, property address 201 South J Street, number 6, property owner Amber's Home 83 Inc., Officer Bulware.
Case number is 21-2011, owner Amber's Home 83 Inc., address 1680 Michigan Ave, Suite 910, Miami, Florida. Property location 201 South J Street, Unit 6. This was a field observation. The case was initiated on August 13th of 2021. Existing violations are 14-32 business license and 23.2-21 for a building permit. The owner has complied with the following violations: 12-17 storage accumulation, 12-21 areas free of garbage and trash, 14-35 use and off inspection, 2-75 6.2 general requirements, 2-75.9 landscaping, and 23.4-7 wheel stops anchored. Issued courtesy notice was issued on July 12th of 2021. The property was re-inspected and found to be in non-compliance on September 7th of 2021. The owner was notified via certified mail on September 22nd, 2021. The certified mail was received on September 27th of 2021. The property was posted on September 28th of 2021, as well as 1900 Second Avenue North. The property last re-inspection was on November 15th of 2021. Photographs was taken of the property. No personal contact was with the owner. The city recommends time for compliance to be January 19th of 2022. Be fined $75 per day if compliance is not met. Administration fee of $425.29 also to be paid on January 19th of 2022.
Okay, the city has proper notice in this case with the certified mail. Based on the testimony and the evidence that I have reviewed, the property has complied with all code sections cited in the notice except for City Code 1432 and 23.2-21, both of which still remain in violation. I'll accept the city's recommendation in this case to require compliance no later than January 19th of 2022. After that, daily fine of $75 per day will be assessed until compliance is achieved. City is awarded administrative costs of $425.29, also payable no later than January 19th, 2022.
Next on the agenda, page 3, item number 7, case number 20-1218, property address 45 8th Avenue North, property owner Demetrius Martinez, code administrative director, assistant director, Yolanda Robinson.
Okay, so Yolanda Robinson, City of Lake Worth Beach, stipulated agreement. City of Lake Worth Beach, Florida, and the property owner Demetrius Rodriguez, owner or agent for the owner of the property described below herein, after referred as owner, is hereby stipulate to the following matters. The person executing the stipulated agreement have the authority to enter into this agreement and bind the respective parties to the terms contained herein. There is a code enforcement lien on the property located at 1245 18th Avenue North, Lake Worth Beach, Florida, for violations that are now in compliance. The property is otherwise free of all outstanding debts due to the city, and all administrative costs assessed in the underlying code compliance cases for the lien have been paid. Owner does not have any other properties in the city that have active code compliance cases. Owner has otherwise met all of the requirements of the sections of the city code of ordinance relating to the reduction of code enforcement lien. The lien existing on the property totals $7,400. The owner agrees to pay $740 to settle and release the lien. The city will recommend to the special magistrate that an order be entered, release the lien to $740, and the owner agrees to make payment by December 1st, 2021. If the special magistrate does not agree with the amount of the stipulated in this agreement, the case will be reset to a new hearing date. In such event, the city shall have the owner no less than 5 days notice of a new hearing date. If the city does not receive payment as set forth above, the stipulated agreement shall be null and void, and with no further action taken by the city, and the existing lien of $7,400 shall be reinstated.
Okay, I have the stipulated agreement for lien reduction. It appears to be in proper form, and it is approved.
Page 1 of the agenda, item number 1, case 20-1552, withdrawn. Page 3, item number 8, case 20-355, rescheduled to 2/24/2022. Page 5, item number 12, case number 21-2161, complied. Item number 13, case number 21-1462, complied. Item number 14, case number 21-1916, complied. Item number 15, case number 21-2103, complied. Item number 17, case number 20-1859, complied. Page 7, item number 19.
No, I'm gonna call this.
Oh, sorry. Page 7, item number 18, case number 21-819, rescheduled to January 27, 2022. Item number 19, case number 21-1160, complied. Page 8, item number 20, case number 21-1373, rescheduled to January 27, 2022. Page 9, item number 23, case number 21-1676, scheduled to January 27, 2022. Page 10, item number 27, case number 21-1926, rescheduled January 27, 2022. Page 11, item number 29, case number 21-2088, complied. Page 12, item number 30, case number 21-2259, rescheduled to January 27th, 2022. Page 15, item number 34, case number 21-1543, rescheduled to January 27, 2022. Item number 35, case number 21-1558, rescheduled to January 27, 2022. Page 16, item number 36, 21-1559, scheduled to January 27, 2022. Item number 37, case number 21-1674, rescheduled to January 27, 2022. Item number 38, case number 21-1675, rescheduled to January 27, 2022. Item number 39, case number 21-1722, complied. Item number 40, case number 21-1724, complied. Item number 41, case number 21-1725, complied. Item number 42, case number 21-1812, rescheduled to January 27th, 2022. Item number 43, case number 21-1815, rescheduled to January 27th, 2022. Item number 44, case number 21-1831, rescheduled to January 27, 22. Item number 45, case number 21-1874, rescheduled to January 27, 22. Item number 46, case number 21-1881, rescheduled to January 27, 2022. Item number 47, case number 21-1882, rescheduled to January 27, 22. Item number 48, case number 21-1883, rescheduled to January 27th, 2022. Page 22, item number 52, case number 20-21, complied. Page 23, item number 55, case number 20-2391, complied. Item number 56, case number 20-2584, rescheduled to January 27th, 22. Page 24, item number 58, case number 21-2072, rescheduled to January 27th, 2022. Now we're going to move to the authorization of foreclosure agenda.
On the authorization of foreclosure agenda, we're gonna just call the case numbers if that's okay with you.
Ma'am.
The case numbers being called, the liens have been recorded for more than the 90 days. Just call the case numbers.
Okay. Item number 1, case 11-867. Number 2, case 13-1291. Number 3, case number 15-948. Item number 4, case number 17-162. Number 5 would be case number 20-108. Item number 6, case number 20-161. Item number 7, 20-1123. Item number 8, case number 20-1124. Item number 9, case number 20-1306. Item number 11, 20-1509. Item number 12, 20-1512. Item number 13.
We're gonna skip that one. We're withdrawing.
Okay. Sorry, item number 14, 20-1632. Item number 16, 20-1932. Item number 18, 20-2458. Item number 19. Sorry, item number 20, 21-444.
All right,
All of those have been recorded for more than 90 days.
then foreclosure authorization is granted for each of those, and I'll sign the appropriate order for those.
And then on the same agenda, item 19, case number 20-2538, and item 13, case number 20-1535 have been withdrawn because they filed for homestead exemption.
Very well.
You ready to adjourn?
And is there anything else for me this morning on the record? It's 11:15 in the morning, and we stand adjourned.